African, and I know better. I am a 21st century African. Nobody will use strive to have me hate my brother nor sister. I am a 21st century African. Nobody will use religion to have me kill.
Hi guys, my name is Hendrik Ledwaba. Welcome to the Monday edition of Influential Mondays with myself, Mr. HL. We have decided to shift things a bit around. So starting from this day forward, we will be having special guests in the studios. I'm not speaking about just anyone, but I'm speaking about people that are going to empower you, inspire you, and uplift you. Today, it's no different. Please don't forget to like and subscribe at Virtual Universe Media. I have a special guest in studio today. He's an author and inspirational speaker, a just amazing human being who's doing great things with his life. He has been one of the people that has inspired and empowered me in so many ways. I admire what he stands for. His name is King Fazan Ajo. Welcome to the universe.
Thank you very much.
You're good?
I'm very well.
Yeah.
I'm just so pleased that I'm the first guest on your show.
Yes, you are.
That makes me feel special.
Yeah, you're a special
That
man
makes me
indeed.
feel special.
I think we've been speaking for quite some time off air, so our content is really the same things. And one thing that I wanted to ask as I was preparing for this, there's always one word that came to me. Africa, from Cape to Cairo. Has it always been part of your dream or vision to, what's the word, to liberate the mind of an African child?
Yes, it has been. First of all, thank you very much for this opportunity of giving to me.
Sure.
And I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And seeing that it is you and the growth that I've seen you grow and all of those stuff. It's very pleasing to me to be here. So if you talk of Africa, I think most people who know me by now,
Sure,
they know that if you talk of King Fazan, then you talk Africa.
sure.
And the reason why that is because the question I had yesterday with people who were watching me, I said, how come we have everything as he borrow everything? Now it's a contention or concern to anybody who is woke what we're going through as African. Like our fate is the same wherever you go. Our reality is the same wherever you go. And the fact that we continue to talk about it, but nobody is doing something about it, it is so concerned that are we talking too much about Africa? No, the answer is no.
True.
In fact, at it being we are talking too much about it, something would have been done a long time ago.
But sorry to interrupt. It's almost like when we speak about Africa on a global scale, we're speaking about second best. You know, if, for example, you speak about different parts of the world, like different continents, Africa has been perceived as like a dumping place for China, for America. You know, it's never like there amongst the best in the top, ranking countries. So for me, what you are saying in terms of speaking about it, but I want to know what went wrong, because I don't know if you know the Freedom Charter is the vision that the ANC had for South Africa. And this vision, it was like 30, 40 years ago, but those things, they were never achieved. So the question is, from back then to where we are now, what went wrong?
See, a lot have gone wrong with our people. if you look at, first of all, let us put aside the 40 colonialism and all of those stuff. Let us take responsibility a little. Right? Taking responsibility a little will tell you what went wrong. Now, if you look at leaders like Kwame Nkrumah, Julius Nyerere, Kaunda, Nelson Mandela, Muammar Gaddafi, all of these people, they had a vision in 1960s, right? When we started getting independent from here and there and whatever. This was what Kwame Nkrumah said. He said the independence of Ghana. Ghana got their independence, I think, in 1952, if I still remember correctly. Now, he said the independence of Ghana will not be complete until the whole Africa is liberated. Now, what happened? They now formed an organization called the AU, right? The African Union. Yes. Now, what was the target of that organization? To unite Africa. But man, there is no way that you can see progress if you are not united.
It's true. True.
Now, if we look at Africa, it is just so sympathetic to think of you having everything and still begging for everything.
But we're not. You can speak about unity.
Yes.
But we are segregated because we, as people that come from different parts of Africa, there's always those ones and those ones. You know, there's never like speaking the same language and being one and being united. If we were to say Africa should stand together maybe against Europe, there are people that are not going to be part of that. They're going to isolate themselves.
So do you know the easiest way to keep people into slavery?
Sure.
Is to plant a division among them.
Exactly.
Now, if I come to your house and I succeeded in turning your mother or your father against you, it is easy that I might take over that house in 2 years or in a year.
Sure.
Now, if you look at, and this is on there, I don't want to be calling names and whatever. I've been already accused of being racist and stuff for so many occasions. But if you look at other people, they don't think for a weekend. They think for a generation.
True.
They think of what is going to happen even when they are long gone. They don't think of individual success. They think of a collective success. Now, when we come to our people, which is the black people, do you see that when we contribute money towards Christmas to buy food, while other people, when they contribute their money, is to build schools for their children. Now, you begin to look at that. So what happened when these people came in here? They used, my man, I want to shock your psychology a little bit. All of these divisional lines that has kept us divided today, that you see yourself as this person or this person, all of these divisional lines, none of them is created by us.
True.
Not even one.
True.
If today you say you're a Muslim and I'm a Christian, no, that religion is from the East. You understand? If today you say that you are from Lesotho and from South Africa, in 1884 November to 1885 February, this was when this guy sat in Berlin, Germany, and they had Africa on the table. There was no African there, not even one. They say, you know what, when we come to South Africa, we are fighting each other. So what we have to do now is that now, from now on, this place here is called Lesotho. So when we get to South Africa, Lesotho is for your taking, and South Africa is for our taking.
Sorry, Julius Malema, he says there were no borders in Africa.
I just explained to you.
Yeah.
That was when the borders were created.
So,
right.
So that's part of segregating.
That's part of segregating people. And now, somebody asked me something the other day. He said, King Fazan, it's not only Africa that its people were taken into slavery. And we have Asian countries also that their people were taken into slavery. But one thing that people fail to understand is that our own slavery went deeper than just the physical slavery that you see. It became a psychological thing.
Yeah, but it's you spoke about generations, né?
Yeah.
So freedom, it's intergenerational.
Yes.
It's like this generation,
Yes.
it's fighting for the next
For the next generation.
So what's the solution, or what's the way forward?
But the thing is this, um, our our forefathers, I think the generation that we came after them,
Sure.
all these leaders that we have,
Sure.
they're our worst nightmares.
Why?
Like they have become a curse instead of a blessing to us.
Were they that bad?
Because they are that bad. Because what their Kwame Nkrumah started, what their Julius Nyerere started, had it been these people. See, my man, what is legacy in the first point? Legacy is it the things that if I die, my children will inherit, or is it a standard that I've set for them to achieve?
It depends who you are asking, because some people, when you speak about inheritance,
yes,
they will believe that I need to leave this behind for my kids.
So we talk of legacy is deeper than just inheritance, right?
So for you to think like that,
yes,
it simply means that your level of consciousness,
yes,
or your awareness,
yes,
it has to be somewhere else, because some people, it's like with success, there are people that believe that a car, a house is success,
yeah.
And there are people that maybe like yourself,
yeah,
that believe that their success is more about being a shining light,
yeah,
impacting other people,
yeah,
giving hope, lift as you rise, as they say, you lift other. That's how other people perceive their success. But your level of consciousness for you to think like that has to be different, and in a way, it's almost like the wisdom and the knowledge that you have. It's going to be ahead, or you are going to be unique or well informed, from the average person or from any other person out there. Because, like, I don't know if you read my book when I speak about the knowledge that you seek and the knowledge that you get at school. Formal and informal knowledge. Those are two different things. So for me, I think for someone to think about legacy, to think about legacy maybe being more about the standard that you lay, or the impact that you leave, behind for other people. You need to be a special human being, and where you are conscious wise says a lot. So some people, or our leaders, conscious wise, knowledge wise, they are not there. That's the reason why it's more about taking, and leaving for my kids or just my family. That's it.
I don't think it should be about consciousness or whatsoever.
Sure.
It should be like, to me, it's common sense, right? Yes, it's common sense that if I said make a road that leads to town, to your village,
sure,
right? You should be doing it with all excitement. You should be making sure that everything you see in the city, if you have the power, you should also do that in your community, isn't it? Common sense, isn't it?
True.
Now, you look at what happened is this. We fancy stuff in other places more than our own place, right? It's better I go to Dubai and enjoy the holidays and whatsoever. But I have the power to bring Dubai right where I am, right? So what is stopping our leaders of being useful? When I say useful, I mean like being of value to their own citizens. I was saying something very important before we diverted to this, and I want to explain to you the reason why it will be very hard for us to actually, and somebody said something to me, he said, King Fazan, Africa is the future. Africa is the future. I was like, future of who exactly? And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, no. It can be future of Chinese people on the continent, because they're buying everywhere. It is possible that it can be the future of the Arab people because they're buying everywhere.
Or Americans.
All the Americans, you understand? So when you say Africa is the future, yes, we agree, but for who?
But King, the thing is, we need more of you. You know, people that are going to educate our society.
Yes.
We spoke about this off air that the biggest problem is that we are being misinformed.
Yeah, misinformed.
And our minds as well have been conditioned.
Yes.
Like these guys, they know how to play with our minds.
Yes.
They know how our brains operate, how we respond, how we react. So we need more people like you who are going to be frank, you know, people that are going to represent this cause and speak on behalf of the black community to try and awaken a black child like that.
I think the first thing here is this. We talk about colonialism.
Sure.
One thing people don't understand about colonialism, the simple definition of colonialism is that replacing your brain with another person's brain. That is colonialism. And people do not understand that. Listen, if somebody was like, why do black people hate each other? I was like, no, we do not hate each other. When I look at you with the mentality of a white person, I will hate you.
True.
And when I'm hating you, it's not you that I'm hating, it's me that I'm hating myself. Because that has been planted in my head that anything of me is not good enough.
Hate is something that it's been taught.
You understand?
Or they make you to inherit it.
So you look at, I'm just talking about how we failed ourselves.
Sure.
In as much as if I see a 23-year-old guy telling me that no, my uncle never hit me, that's the reason why I am where I am. I'm like, okay, cool, nice, fine. It's understandable, right?
Sure.
But if I see you are 40-something years and you're telling me your uncle never hit you, what are you telling me? Your uncle never hit you? So now you are 47. But see, you haven't helped yourself.
Where is accountability?
You understand? See, you haven't helped yourself. Now, the easiest way to continually do nonsense is to have an excuse for your nonsense.
There's this quote that I saw. It says, your excuses might be valid, but they will not change your life.
No, because nobody cares.
Exactly.
You understand? Nobody cares. So we're talking about a dysfunctional society with greedy leaders who cannot even take care of themselves, trying to take care of the rest of the people. And now the thing is this: when I say our immediate forefathers, which are our leaders now whatsoever, they become a curse to us, is because they refuse to live to the standard that these leaders, like Kwame Nkrumah and all of those people, set for them.
I want to speak about your personal aspirations for Africa as a whole. And I'm not sure if this would be the right time to speak about the 21st century. Because I feel maybe it's something that resonates with the dreams and the hopes that you have for the entire continent. So what's for you, what's the ideal Africa for King Fazan?
The ideal Africa for King Fazan is that Africa that nobody will control my thinking. Right? But you actually think you have freedom?
No, I don't.
Thank you. You're being sincere. Now, I asked a lady, he said, yeah, I got freedom. I asked her, freedom to buy weeds or what? Because your whole life is structured and spelled out for you, my man. You do not have freedom.
It has been fixed.
It has been fixed for you. They tell you who to hate. They tell you who to love. They tell you how to take steps in order to get to success. They define success for you.
True.
All your life you are pursuing what you consider to be success. But is that a real definition of success? You are so much engulfed or amazed in whatever we call individual success.
So in essence, what you're saying is that there are things that we need to unlearn and then relearn.
Because our brain is not ours.
Exactly.
we have to first of all like the colonial mind that we have. We have to recall, like, what's the right English word to use here, though? But then we have to like rethink again on our total being. Are we really living us? Is there anything about black that you really like? You as a black person. Hendrik, if you make money today, you become a millionaire. There are 70% chances that you're gonna marry a white lady.
True.
Yeah.
True.
And when you marry a white lady, you're gonna find her all around for us to see. Yeah, I got a white lady. You know, you do. Listen, I'm not a racist, and people must know this. I just want my people to know who they are. I want my people to be proud of who they are. Right? So my ideal 21st century African is that African that you will never manipulate the way I think. You will never.
So the movement, 21st century movement,
yes.
It's your organization.
Listen, it's bigger than King Fazan.
Wow.
I can never say it's my movement, never.
It's the movement of the people.
It's the movement of the African. Right. We want to get to a point whereby I will say I'm an African before I'm a Zulu person. You understand? I'm an African before I'm a Christian. So to me, an African comes first. I mean, a Jew will never go do business with you if his brother is doing the same business.
Sure. Even the circulation of money.
But why is it about us that my failure gives you joy? Why is that? Why is that? That we always pulling each other down. It's a black syndrome. You see it everywhere. What do we use our witchcraft for?
That's jealousy.
Jealousy. What do the white people use their witchcraft for? Technology. They call it technology, my man. you think this is fun? This is not fun. All of this scientific stuff that they tell you today or whatever, this is witchcraft also. But why do we use our witchcraft for? To kill your brother's son that is doing very well than your children.
To bring each other down.
Each other down.
Yes.
You see?
Okay, so the thing is, I don't want to make this only about Africa.
Yes.
You know, I also want to, like I said earlier on, I'm curious as to when you were young.
Yes.
Tell me about the young King Fazan.
Yeah,
your upbringing or your background.
Yeah, my background, I don't like talking about it so much.
Why?
Because it's a normal typical African child upbringing. You understand? And to me, I feel like we should be giving young people out there hope. We should not keep reminding them that this is how all of us. You understand?
True.
It's not that I'm ashamed of where I came from. I'm so proud of where I came from, whatever. Dysfunctional family, all of those stuff. But then off air, I was telling you our number one challenge: the lack of family structure.
True.
I mean, one person comes with a wife. If you ever come with somebody, maybe you come with your girlfriend. The woman that you're not even sure that you're gonna marry.
True.
You understand?
Yes.
So this lady, immediately millions are mentioned. She's looking for word of trying to kill you so that she this is messed up. This is messed up.
So the thing is, when I wanted to speak about your background,
yes.
What I wanted to get is this: were you always this passionate about Africa, Cape to Cape, you know?
Yeah.
Is it the fire that you always had, or maybe like with myself when I was young,
yeah.
when I started having a dream, I wanted to play soccer.
Yeah.
But you look at what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
It's the opposite. I mean, like even now, my friends don't think I'm a great soccer player.
Yeah.
You see, so the young King Fazan, did you maybe want to become a teacher? Did you want to become a policeman? You know, plus you come from those generations whereby your dream maybe was supposed to be a public servant, but I guess you are doing it now, just on a different platform.
Yeah, I think our lives are spread out. Growing up, I was actually a very shy kid, right? So because I grew up with my stepmothers, so it was more like they decide what you eat. They decide not to give you food is still fine, and all of this stuff because your mother is not there. So it was. I was a kid that English was even a problem for me. Yeah, I struggled to speak English, and I remember in high school I was subject of ridicule. Like these kids would just call others to come hear the way I speak, and they would start laughing and all of those stuff because my English was like a really broken English. I saw electricity when I was 14 years old. Wow. You understand? And that was the time I saw a TV or so, and all of those stuff. Now, the passion for Africa came when I discovered that any human being at all can become anything they aspire to become. True. And when I look at that, I look at my young self and I discover that how many percent of black people actually know this? That you can actually become whatever you want to become. Because listen, the planet is not owned by anybody. True. Sure. And if anything you put in your mind to do, don't even procrastinate it. Don't even wait to be great until you start. Just start. Maybe you will become great or you will not. It doesn't matter. Now I begin to look at this, and I begin to like, okay, cool, why is it that many of us do not know this? Because when I grew up, it was all like, okay, I was supposed to become a medical doctor. I actually even passed the medical exams to go study medicine to become a medical doctor, and all of those things. So these were careers that, okay, cool. They look like these are the big careers, and yeah, class and all of those stuff. But then I begin to think like, okay, a doctor sometimes work in a hospital of somebody. Somebody has that hospital. So I begin to think so big, so big. And I remember there was a time I sat in my village, and I don't know whether there's electricity in my village right now. They used to be known. Sat in my village, and I have my friends, all of us, the village, this thing. So this time I'm in high school. So the high school I went through, there was electricity there and all of those stuff. So when I came back home, I'm a local champion. Right? So I gathered them, and I'm telling them about electricity. I'm telling them about the stuff that I watch on TV and all of those stuff. And I remember saying something to the group of young people. I said, before I turned 30 years old, the whole Africa will hear my name. And it was like, I don't know what I was talking about, because all that I wanted to become a medical doctor. You understand what I mean? Sure. So my passion for awakening the African people is that let nobody put limit on you. Let nobody. And there is nothing like I come from a rural area. No, there's nothing like that. You could come from the most remote area. How far can you think? True. How far can you think?
We all start somewhere.
You understand? How far can you think?
A master truly was once a disaster at some point.
Exactly.
Sure. And I think learning and being eager for knowledge.
For now.
Yes. Because the more you know, the more you can do better. You know. But when you have like a limited amount of information, that will be a major setback. And
that is where my passion came in. Because our knowledge, there was a limit put on you by certain people. You understand? It's a limit because a typical black.
Who is certain people?
Yeah. Yeah,
Let's be frank.
The Western world. I'm not scared. I always say.
No, the thing is, I think anyone that knows you or your social media content, they know that
because
you are fearless. You speak your mind.
I'm just scared that this is your platform. I don't want to.
No, we are not limited by anything. You are welcome to speak your mind.
Because the day before yesterday, TikTok sent me the message. They don't want to block me on TikTok.
Sure.
I'm saying a lot of stuff that I'm not supposed to be saying there.
I saw your status where you said they need to chop your tongue.
I said, you guys will chop my tongue first, then I will start talking. Because it was about the queen. I was like, no, man, you cannot force us to mourn the queen. It's a oppressor of people. See, they died that side. So, the limit that I'm talking about, I'll give an example. A typical black child, you ask in his dreams, you will hear disaster. He tells you companies that he want to work for.
True.
You would never hear a black child saying, so you know what? I want to compete with Anglo-American.
But it goes back to what we said earlier again, King, that our lives has been fixed. We've been conditioned to believe that there's a formula. You need to go to school, get a degree, and then a degree will give you a job, and then you buy a house. And then, so you are trying to plant a seed for a different generation.
Exactly. And when we were launching this stuff,
sure,
I got young people, some of them were as young as 14.
Really?
Yes. Young as 14, and I was telling them, and the professor that was there after that, he told me, the senior professor from UP was like, don't you think this is too much for the ears of these people? I said, no, it is not. In fact, this is the right time for them to hear stuff like this. You understand? Let a black child know that I wasn't put here to serve alone. I was also put here to create. You understand? The problem has been that we consume everything. I mean, you don't want to understand the level of consumption we love consuming.
We don't create.
No, we don't.
We are not innovative.
But the law of nature is that any species that we always consume will one day be consumed also. There's a law of nature. So if you are always, and that's why we must be very careful when somebody says Africa is the future. Because if we are contributing nothing to the world, they might as well just wipe us away.
Okay, in terms of the other parts of the world, Europe, Asia, and so forth. How do we? What kind of a relationship maybe for you would you like us to build with them? Because now it's almost like we do things based on their terms, not on our terms as Africans.
Exactly.
So how should we then build a relationship with them? Do we say to hell with other parts of the world?
No.
Or come together as Africans, be united?
No.
Or do we try to find ways of mending the relationships and being united with them?
So this is the thing. If you are united, and I'm coming out there, do you know that the way I will approach you guys will be different?
True.
Yeah. I will approach you first with respect. Because I know that I'm not going to mess with you guys.
True.
So now, I am not coming to you with my terms because I know it's not going to work.
Sure.
I'm going to come to you because I need something from you.
Sure.
So when I need something from you, I'm coming. My man, have you ever been in a situation? Let's say you don't have money and you want to borrow money from somebody. Do you go there and say, my man, give me money?
No.
No. You don't do that. First of all, your tone of voice also changes.
A certain manner.
A certain manner. Because you know that you do not have that. So you got to approach that person first with respect. You understand?
Sure.
It's this person's money. He can decide to give you or not.
Sure.
So it doesn't matter what you say. He might give you a story that, you know what, nah, my woman just gave birth yesterday, so that's no money for you, son of a God. And you will still go.
Sure.
Now, but how do these people approach us when they want something from us? So disrespectful. Remember, how on earth is Canada sending aid to the whole of Africa? Is that not an insult? So I'm talking about the manner of approach.
Sure.
These people come to us when they want to get something from us.
Sure.
It's the old tactics that they have been using over the years. They are still using it in 2022. Do you know the richest place on planet Earth?
No, I don't.
It's the Congo.
But they have nothing to show.
Exactly. It's the richest place on planet Earth with the poorest people.
But King, you spoke about the manner in which these people approach us.
No.
But they know that some of our leaders can be bought. They know that there's no unity among us.
Exactly. You just answering the question you asked me. Now, this is what they do.
Sure.
The manner they approach us is so wrong, and that must stop in our generation, the 21st century African.
Sure.
We should be able to say, no, man, we are not our ancestors here, man. We're different people now.
Sure.
You coming to get gold from us is our terms. We decide how much we're going to sell it to you. We decide how the quantity you're going to take. You understand? Now, I give you an example of the Congo, the richest place on earth, with the poorest people. This is my phone, right?
Sure.
The light that you see in this phone
Sure.
is the element called the coltan. Coltan is the reason why there's light in your phone, there's light in whatever. 90% of that is produced in the Congo, and some of it in Mali.
Wow.
Right? The next world war is not going to happen because of water. Let nobody lie to you. That's a lie. It's going to happen because of coltan and cobalt. Cobalt, the one that is used to charge battery. All of those stuff are found in those places. But those guys are the most poorest people. You know why? There's always a division. When you and I go fighting each other for crumbs, they come take the real thing. And they've been doing it time without number. But the third part of it, and the most irritating part of it, is why can't you see this? I was speaking to a member of AU. I said something and he got angry with me. I said, man, your organization is the most stupid organization I've ever seen.
Wow, did you say that?
I said that to him and he was like, you got no respect. I said, you guys got no respect towards us in the first point.
True.
And he said, yeah. I said, like, are you guys seeing what is going on the continent? Or when you go there sitting at this about, what do you discuss exactly? What do you discuss exactly? Because he said to me that they want to invite me by the AU, whatever. I said, I'm not interested. He said, don't you know there is an opportunity? I said, to hell with the opportunity. That is not an opportunity. Because what you guys have done to us. Because, man, the day, and mark this, anybody who is watching this, listen to this, the day that Africa unites, that will be the day that we will rule the whole entire universe. The day, if Africa unites today, next year, we will put America out of business, man. Those ones, they have nothing.
So you think that is possible? Because
now, this question, I think the other time somebody asked me this question, there were tears in my eyes when I was answering it, and I, is it possible? But man was struggling to unite on the tribal level.
Exactly.
Was struggling to unite on the tribal level. The Zulu person doesn't like pay the person.
Yes.
Now we are saying somebody from the South Africans should unite with Zimbabwe. Now that it will take a lot of promoting this kind of movement. This kind of movement. And this is our pledge. We always hold our face up. I'm a 21st century African and I know better. I am a 21st century African. Nobody will use strive to have me hate my brother nor sister. I am a 21st century African. Nobody will use religion to have me kill my brother nor sister. I am a 21st century African. Nobody will use the borders created by the West to have me hate my brother nor sister. I am a 21st century African. If you give me the gun to kill my brother nor sister, I might just use it on you.
So before we wrap it off, can we please speak about your book, 40 Voters Command?
Oh yeah.
For someone who have never read the book, what's the main message behind the book?
So the message behind the 40 Voters Command is actually a harsh message for the shady politicians. I'm taking the power from them and giving it back to the citizens. Right? It doesn't matter how powerful you are. No, it doesn't matter how powerful you deem yourself to be as a leader. If the citizens have the knowledge in that book, it's 300 pages. If they have the knowledge in that book, and then you're gone. You understand? You're gone. So it's a relief for a common citizen, but it's a nightmare to any shady politician out there. Because these people, they feed on our ignorance. So what the book is doing is like enlightening you. A young lady sent me it's in Zambia that just had an election. Yeah, sent me now that she said, if only I read your book, I wasn't gonna vote wrong. So my book will make you not to vote, even if it's your brother, if it's a wrong candidate, and you know. If you finish reading that book, you're like, no way, I'm not gonna vote you. You're my brother, that's fine, but not my leader.
So you want people to understand the powers that they have.
Exactly.
When they elect someone or a leader.
And the reason why you mustn't play with your vote. We are where we are today because of giving our vote to people who do not deserve it. You understand? If Kanye cannot keep a promise of returning the 100 rand he borrowed from you, what makes you think you can trust him with the funds of the whole community? Are you not selfish? You understand? So the thing is more like, I mean, if you read the 40 Voters Commandment and you go ahead to vote the wrong person, then posterity will never forgive you.
So in a nutshell, the leader that I am electing is someone that is going to represent my interest or the interest of the community.
Interest of the community. Remember, let's forget about the individual success. Individual success will never take you anywhere. What is the point of buying a big car if you could drive it on a small road? You understand? Buying a big car. Like now, I mean, you bought the biggest car ever, but there's no road to your village. What are you gonna do with it?
So what's the ultimate goal for you in terms of the book? What are you hoping that people will do after reading and when they go to vote? So
the ultimate goal for that book is to reclaim the lost glory of Africa. Right. So most of the stuff that has happened to us as Africans, yes, the sad colonialism and all of those stuff, but whatever is happening to us now is our leaders managing the structures or the system that these people left for us. So if we are able to elect real leaders into power, automatically we will be fine. So we are saying, in as much as we are hungry, let us not think with our stomach, let us think with our head. You understand? This guy that's giving me the t-shirt or giving me the bread or whatsoever to vote for him. I mean, I'm not going to eat bread forever.
No.
You understand?
Sure.
Now there's low shedding. If there's no electricity, what are you going to do?
Nothing.
The Dubai that we are all running to, whatever. We talk of Chinese economy today.
Sure.
I mean, it wasn't like that 20 years back. Go and do your check. You will see. It's all about a leader that has a vision.
So, do we have? I'm going to ask you.
Yeah.
Do we have leaders that can be trusted? Leaders that have integrity? Leaders that are reliable in Africa as a whole?
Yo, bro, we have a lot of them.
So you do believe that
I do believe
that can take Africa
to the next level. I believe that 100%.
Sure.
It's just that those with brains, they have empty pockets. And the thing is this, the twist of the whole sad story is this. A hungry man will always follow a man with food. You understand?
True.
So those with loaded pockets, they have no brain. All that they talk about is the next election. You see?
Sure.
So hence in my book I talk about one of the commandments says, no matter how poor they have made you, never sell your integrity. What does that mean? It doesn't matter if I am hungry. Let me do it for my children. Let me make sure that I elect a good leader so that in 5 years to come, this nation will be a better nation for the sake of my destiny. It is fine, my man. There are a lot of people who sleep hungry. So even it means that, okay, cool, take your $5 away. Let me vote the right person into power. So that these roads will be fixed, electricity will be fixed, water will be fixed, and all of those things.
Okay, thank you so much for your time. I think we should have a part 2.
No problem.
Yeah, your contact details, social media platforms, or social media handles. That is, if someone wants to follow you and hear more about the work that you do.
Yeah, so maybe let me just give my website.
Sure.
You go to my website, you can be able to connect to all of my social media platforms.
Sure.
So it's www.kingfazan. King Fazan is
one word.
Yeah, King and Fazan is one word, right? So Fazan is Fazan, King Fazan .co.za.
Okay.
So when you get there, you will be able to see all of my social media platform. I'm trying to connect the TikTok there because TikTok is just a new thing that I just got on. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, yes, we are closing, but something just came into my mind.
Yes.
You said one of your dreams is to become the first citizen of Nigeria, right?
No.
Oh, this guy. So you've never said you wanted to be a president of Nigeria?
I hear people tell me that a lot, but then
so where do we get this thing then?
I hear people. I remember the last time I was having an interview with the Nigerian news agency. Somebody said that. But my man, these are like right now. What matters is the destiny, my man. Now I cannot operate in politics. Oh. It's too messed up. Oh. You understand?
So you just want to be a
neutral person
for now.
For now.
Okay.
Yeah, for now. So if God says tomorrow that okay, cool. Because I'm still very young, so so.
No man, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, man.
I appreciate you and keep on doing the work that you're doing.
You too, man.
There are many young black people that look up to you, and you're doing an incredible work.
Thank you.
The impact, the inspiration, the message of hope, that you spread to a black child.
Yeah.
So no matter the circumstances, criticism that you encounter, just keep on talking, So I appreciate your time and I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the opportunity.
That was I'm putting you in van, this guy.
Oh,
okay. You just sit.
Okay.
I'm closing it.
Okay.
Or remember,
you can close.
Okay. That was the Monday edition of Influential Mondays with myself, Hendrik Ledwaba. I hope you've learned something about the Black consciousness movement or just Africa as a whole. Thank you so much once again to King Fazan. Join us next week, same time, same place. From me, Hendrik Ledwaba, it has been a great, pleasant pleasure. I'll see you next week, same time, same place. Cheers for now.